pilgrims. 'Tis I, the farty one, is Professor Fartpants at your service. You may ask, Professor, what art thou doing? Well, I'll show you. I'll explain it first. I took on a little land clearing job. It's only like 8 acres. It's nice wood. Stone bank up here. I'll try and get into this. What's going on with this thing? A stone pit, gravel pit. They needed 8 acres cleared so they could continue on with their next cut. There's another nice piece across the way they got to clear too, but DEP says, oh no, we can't disturb that. No. I don't know what the difference makes. They're not going to grub it for a couple of years. It'd be nice if we could get that while we're here. But it's good for the environment to move equipment in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, and wear out tires and burn fuel. You know, that's better for the environment than just doing it all in one shot. You can't manage that. Whatever. I don't have a college degree, so I can't follow that line of idiocy. But anyway, how's everybody doing? Haven't seen y'all in a coon's age. I just been busy. I got to bail out of here pretty soon. I sold my one dilemma and an old buck saw, and the fellow Tim Bolin, guy who bought Bobby Goodson's. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Light and dark here. I bought the guy who bought Bobby Goodson's shovel. Tim Bolin is buying my dilemma. He actually bought it way back after the Bunyan show, and he wanted me to deliver it. I finally got the truck in order, so I feel safe going down to. It's right on the Virginia-North Carolina border. So me and Mammy are gonna make a little overnight trip out of it, and I'll make a bid. You know, trucking on down the highway. Hopefully I don't break too many things. I'm gonna bring some tools just in case. But anyway, so I'm clearing this little, I don't know, I think it's like 8 acres. Some pretty good wood on it, mostly pulp, but there's some decent little saw logs. I'm doing it for a buddy of mine, Jason Mitchell. He's got a yard right down the road. We're taking it over there. So I'm just getting paid by the ton, no big deal. But trying to do a nice job for these guys. The guy who runs the pit's got a lot going on, so I am actually I'm going to pull a brush into a big pile for him. I'll show you here in a minute. I'll explain it. I'll turn the camera around here. Okay, I'm back. I can't turn the camera on. I had it facing me. You know how you can flip it around so it faces you or the outside. So I just have to dub it together. Well, what I'm doing, cutting the tops out of these things because I don't have a delimber working right now. I got a delimber, one at the shop that I got at an auction years ago, and I got to get it. That's a self-contained one, but whatever. I don't have that running yet. And then I've got another delimber, a 264 CSI on the hoodie, but hoodie needs the motor. And I haven't had the money or time to rebuild it. I've got it in the shop. I just got to get an engine kit for it. 6068. If anybody knows where there's a good 6068 used, let me know. But so what I'm doing, I'm not putting big, huge bundles together, even though we're running the 748. But Jess is going to clean these up, get the suckers off them and the nubs, you know. So I don't want to make a big skid and make his job miserable, you know. He'll clean them up nice. He'll just buzz all the fuzz off them. But we're only going like just through them trees. We're just going to hook around and go up. There's a path. So we're only skidding them 500 feet, you know. So, and then what I'm going to do is come back and have him grab the brush piles. You can see them all piled up, and they've got a spot they're going to pile it all in one shot and burn it. So, but it's a nice little job. I mean, it's actually a good breakup job because the stone pit has the road bonded, so I didn't have to worry about that. And it's pretty high and dry ground up in here for, you know, this time of year. So I've got quite a bit. Let me bring this up a little so I can make it spin. I've got quite a bit. I don't know, I probably got 30 or 40 trips ready for them. I only spent a couple hours over here yesterday, and I snagged a branch and it flipped my head up, and I caught my hoses and broke a couple of hoses and my electric cords. I had to fix that this morning. And anyway, so you can see where the line is down there. I think it's 8 acres, I don't know. Seems like it might be a little more than that. That's what they told me they thought it was. So. But there's some pretty nice trees. Few small, you know, decent little clean maple logs. I'll peel a butt log or two off of them, and then the rest is pulped nice and tall. So whatever, something to do. Good little breakup job. It's only about 5 miles from the shop, so I thought, oh well, I'll do it. Why not? I got a little bit of raw with that last outfit I was working with. I'll make a video about it. I already know what I'm going to call it. Only takes one little weasel. I'll tell you about that maybe over a cocktail. Yeah, I don't want to get too belligerent about it, because I do more work for the outfit if they would call me and negotiate things. But I'll tell you what happened. It wasn't very nice. People just don't. Well, this one particular kid just didn't do what he said he was going to do. And I made it right. But by making it right, I pissed him off, and, you know, he says, that's the last project we'll do together as a team. And I said, well, I'm not really a team. I'm an independent contractor, and I need to make money. That's kind of why I'm doing this. Not just for my health, you know, and exercise. I kind of like to make a little profit. There's not much to make, but I'll explain that. I'm just going to toss it out there and see what you guys think. I would have been glad to negotiate things, and I'll tell you about it. Interesting story. It's just unbelievable how things... And the landowner's thrilled. The job come out beautiful. I got all the dozer work done. It just come out nice. And I was jamming some wood out for him. I'll tell you the story. In the meantime, let's see if I can prop you up here, and I'll cut a couple trees, and I got to get out of here and get my truck ready to go to Virginia. I'm sure this is not going to work. It's going to tip you over. But I'll see if I can get a little cut. I still don't have like a GoPro or anything. Can't seem to make them function properly. But I might be able to wedge you in here so you'll stay up. I don't know. I guess I got to invest in another one of them. Or fiddle around with the ones I got. I've said that before. I've got a nice old Kodak camera. It takes nice videos. But I gotta rig up a mount on it. It's got a screw hole on the bottom, so it'll stand on a stand. It's gotta find a metric bolt, get a magnet or something for it. But I can't figure out how to, like, make it SIM card compatible or whatever, so I can load it on my stupid computer. I don't know. Just not good at that stuff, and it takes time, and I don't have time to do it, blah blah. I'll see if I can hold you still long enough to try and show you what I'm doing. Basically anything I can get a stem out of, I'm doing it. We'll go on a pulp wagon, we'll throw it on a pulp wagon. But like I said, there's some pretty nice little trees in here. That can stay there. It's fairly tall. Some of it I get 3 sticks out of. It gets real bushy, I just make 2 sticks. I would like to get my wood together with a dilemma, because if you got to do this stuff by hand, it really isn't worth sticking around with going way up into the top, you know. But I try and do this stuff quite a bit. All I gotta do is pick up on it. Whoop. Breaks the limbs off pretty good. Usually gets them cleaner than that. So the old Ryan's 2800 800 is doing its thing. Hey guys, I love this thing. I've had like, I don't know, half a dozen calls in the last couple of weeks of guys looking into these, wanting to get one, you know. You like it? You like it? I love it. Every once in a while, you pop a line, like the new one. See how my lines, I'll show you here in a minute. What I'll do is I'll get a nest of tops here and I'll throw them in a heap so we can gather them up for the guys. That way they ain't got to chase them. Not really getting paid to do that. It ain't gonna take me that much more. Just they've got a couple other projects that I think if I do a nice job of them, they're gonna say, hey, can you do them for me too? So whatever. There's a little piece of timber down below here that I'm thinking about maybe trying to get a price for the guy. He said might be into it. Not that desperate. Nice old maple right there. Soft maple. Boy, the old maples are running the sap. Holy crap. It's sugaring season in Allegheny. A couple nice little butt logs, a couple little logs are up there. I don't even have the skidder here yet. I gotta get it up here. I gotta go get that, my dozer, my excavator. I gotta get some wood out of that. Oh well, ain't no limbs on it. It'll all make chips, man. Said before, it all makes a turn. Yes, yes, my little chickadees. So I'm gonna try and go do some croaking Friday night, but I think I gotta deliver that machine. Poor guy's been waiting long enough, and I did tell him I'd take it down here. He's paying me well to get it down here, so I gotta go get that down here for him. He's a nice fellow, that Tim. Yeah, I thought he looked familiar, you know. And I think Wade told me. No, Wade wasn't there. Who was it? Somebody told me, hey, that's the guy who bought Bobby Gibson's machine. Oh, I know. Scared Kev told me that. Oh, yeah, that's where I seen him before. I think he bought both of them. The older shovel that was bought, and then that new one that he had. So retired here, got out of it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he bought both of them. He's down there by Martinsville, Virginia, which is right near the North Carolina border. So, my truck is non-IFTA, so I got to get temporary fuel permit, temporary fuel pass for. I'll just get it. I think they're 10 days. They're not much, like $30. That way I'm legal without putting IFTA on my truck. I don't normally go out of state, you guys know that. I haven't even been doing much trucking. I've been trucking. A friend of mine, my karaoke buddy there, Leroy, he drives a little bit, does a little bit of moonlighting. So, kind of, he's been hauling a couple of weeks, no big deal. This stuff here, I think Jason's gonna haul this on his trucks, but it don't matter to me. Got a guy interested in leasing my truck. I just gotta get with him and get things situated. He'll haul a few loads for me and haul for other people. You know, which is fine for me. Oh, let's see. Throw a few more on this pile. Call it a day, go over and see if I can. I'd like to just tow the dilemma and see if I can break this off on the truck somehow. That way I wouldn't have to put it on a low boy. So I put it on a low boy, I'm going to take the dilemma off because it's too tall. So kind of what I was hoping to do. We'll see. I'll make a video. See if I can lighten Jesse's load a little bit. Well, Jesse, I'll tell you, he's a worker, guys. My 210, my 210 apprentice that I'm using right now to stock up and load with. The flywheel, I thought it was a starter, and you know, last fall we put a starter in it, and it's still, you know, it's not like a Bendix, you know, when you hit the bam, bam, you know, like, ah, shit, Bendix is bad, you know. Well, here took the new starter out. Sure enough, it wasn't the starter. The flywheel got a bad spot in it. So, no big deal. I just, what I was doing, if it hit the bad spot, I'd have to go out and put a socket, a ratchet on the flywheel, on the balancer, and just rotate the engine a little bit. Start, you know, but it might take you 2 or 3 times to do it when it's cold out, you know. So I was giving it a little queef of ether there and then messing around with it. It would usually fire up, but I've been meaning to get it done, and so the other day I moved it back up to the shop, which I haven't sold yet. Kicking tires on it. But anyway, I took it up to the shop, backed it in there. Jess started working on that while I came out and started this job. I went and got the cutter and brought it up here and all that, yada yada. Well, here, I had a flywheel on that junkyard motor that I bought, and I'm not running it, so I just stole that for now until I get one. I think I can sweat the ring gear on it. You know, you heat the ring gear, and I think they're pressed on, they used to be. But if not, the flywheels are only a couple $100 to get them. My buddy Slimmick over here has got a few. The 4BT and the 6BT is the same thing, so they're pretty abundant. When I went over here, I got this, worked for a couple hours, went over to the shop, did that son of a gun, have that flywheel all changed. Pulled the pulled the damn flywheel, the pump, the housing, pulled the pump back with a ratchet strap, got the dang flywheel off, put the other one on. I got over there in 2 or 3 hours. So how you make it out? Oh, it's done. Holy crap, he's like Speedy Gonzales. Well, that was pretty cool. So that's ready to go. He's over there today putting a set of landing jacks on it. It's a self-propelled trailer, but I pulled the drive shaft out. I don't really need it to be self-propelled anyway, but I pulled the drive shaft out of it. The transmission had a bunch of water in it, and it would heat up tried pulling it down the road. So I just pulled the drive shaft out of it, and then I plumbed my saw into the hydraulics for the self-propulsion there. So my saw runs off it. And all I got to do is tee that. I got a set of valves. I'm going to permanently fix it up whenever I get the transmission rebuilt. But like I said, I don't really need that. All I can do is grab the skidder and stick it in one spot. It's not like you move it much. So anyway, I was pretty happy he got that done that quick. So he's over there putting a set of landing gear on it now. I got a set of landing gear off the trailer I scrapped. The landing gear was new, so I saved it. He's doing that today. Yeah, I gotta go over and see if I can figure out how to make this saw. What I want to do, I want to tow the dilemma. It's got pretty good brakes and tires on it. I'd like to just tow the dilemma and then take the saw and put it up on the deck behind the headache rack on the frame. And I was measuring it out. If I take some blocking, block it up, and I'll just weld a couple of keepers down the side of the saw frame, along, down so they slip down along the truck frame. Just a couple pieces of channel iron or something just to keep it from moving back and forth. Chain it down. I think it'll be alright. Then I don't have to run the low boy all the way down there. I can bobtail home, save fuel and headaches. I can get in anywhere, bobtail or a motel or anything. So that's my big adventure for the weekend. Like I said, we'll do a couple of bids or something crap, I apologize for not doing very many videos. But really haven't been in the mood. Nothing that exciting. Whatever. Just kind of been lax. Oh, I lost my tablet for a while. Here, it fell down between the seats in my truck. I couldn't find it. I thought I lost it. And it's funny because the same day I had it roll out of my, this thing. I had it wedged up in here. It rolled out. I was on a hill on that last job. And here, it rolled out, hit the ground. And I saw it. And I picked it up, put it in a little bit more secure place. And then, anyway, so I just assumed it rolled out again. That'd be a shame if I ran over that mobile home, huh? That would be terrible if I ran that beautiful house over. Oh dear. Bread and beer. If I were dead, I wouldn't be here. Look at that. That's kind of cool. I smash it. Whoa, I smash it. Oh, look, a coffee pot. Oh. Been a while since that house was lived in. Hope they're not still in it. But yeah, look over here. You can see this oak tree came up through the... Look at that. That little oak tree is probably 25 years old, 20 years old, little stubby thing. It come right up through the floorboards on the old mobile homie. So anyway, I got a couple acres down there to do. I don't have to worry about these little suckers. I'm just going to roll them out with the excavator. And I got some bushy spruce. Some of it's got some size to it. I'll get a 25 footer out of it or something. But after that, I'm just going to blow in the brush pile. But there's some nice hardwood up in there too. A couple of logs, nice pulp. Kind of like what I was cutting. All right, well, I'm done for the day. And I will put this video up. So talk to y'all later. Ta-ta. Have a lovely weekend.